Namaste and welcome to yet another episode of the Indian ID brought to you by ID Mentors. One of the first lessons that we learn in the workplace is that nobody really cares if you were a topper in your school or college or a high performer in a previous role at an earlier company. What matters is how effectively you perform the tasks that you're currently assigned in your workplace. And to help employees perform their tasks effectively, they are trained. There are good training programs and bad training programs. The good ones usually are those that are designed after a robust training need analysis, also known as TNA or needs assessment. We all know this, but how well do we execute it? In today's episode, I will share some insights that I have gained through my experience as an instructional designer. First, there are two types of knowledge, declarative knowledge and procedural knowledge. Declarative knowledge refers to information we must know and understand to accomplish a task or to solve a problem. Procedural knowledge addresses how to solve a problem or how to complete a task. It is the ability to work or produce a tangible work output. For example, knowing what should be done in the analysis phase is declarative knowledge, while conducting TNA or needs assessment is procedural knowledge. When we design training programs for workplace learning, it is important to focus on procedural knowledge. Let me explain this with the help of an example. What you see here is the outline of our online course on storyboarding. Please focus on the top row, the blue band in the image. This is the first module which covers the ADDIE model with an explanation of the 5 phases. This is declarative knowledge and is necessary to set the context. Now, focus on the first column in the image, which is colored orange. What you see are the 6 tasks that as an expert I perform when I write a storyboard. Now let's move to the third column. This column lists the theories, principles or guidelines you must know or understand to complete the tasks listed in the first column. This is declarative knowledge, which is dovetailed to the tasks. Now let's move to the last column. These are tangible work outputs that are produced upon completing a task. Often, this distinction between declarative and procedural knowledge is tacit in the minds of experts. As IDs, when we execute the analysis phase, we must work towards making this tacit knowledge explicit. To do so, we must keep asking questions such as, why are we teaching this information? What will the learner do with it? What task will he perform? What problem will he solve? And so on until we uncover the task or problem. Once you have the list of key tasks, you should ascertain the tools needed to complete these. So, ask the expert if there are any such tools. In our example of storyboarding, formats, templates and checklists will be the tools that will make the task of the ID easier. We should include these as part of the training material or the online course. Please remember, this information is not meant to be taught and tested. We are training workplace professionals to perform a task and not to clear an examination. Also, capturing all this information visually as seen here can be very helpful. This is how an effective task analysis is executed. And this will help us to scope the content in terms of clearly separating what is to be learned from what is to be referenced. Kathy Moore, the renowned training designer, uses the term action mapping for this, while Guy Wallace, the popular performance technologist, refers to it as pursuing performance. Regardless of what you call it, make sure that you conduct a robust task analysis when you design training programs for workplace professionals.